Hurricanes hero, and it's Fitzgerald, the freshman. Miami's going to win in College Station. Ecstasy for Miami. Devastation for Texas A&M. At the most opportune time or the biggest moment of the game, the pinnacle moment. Fitzgerald with an interception. Devastation for A&M. Hurricanes delight for Miami. That goes under center. He takes a snap. He takes the left knee, and Miami wins. Miami wins their first ever college football playoff game on the road. Hurricane fans, savor and rejoice. It's a moment that will live in your hearts forever. 23 years in the making since Miami last played for a championship, and Miami wins, and they advance to the Cotton Bowl on New Year's Eve against Ohio State. There is shock and disbelief at Kyle Field. Fitzgerald with 2 interceptions today, 6 for the season. Freshman Malachi Toney scores the winning touchdown. Freshman Bryce Fitzgerald, the game-winning interception.
Wow. Joe Z, man, getting me jacked up here at 6 o'clock on a Monday morning. Good morning to everybody, and it's a damn good morning, I got to tell you. Yesterday, what happened meant nothing after what happened on Saturday as the Canes go into Texas A&M, where we talk more about the Texas A&M crowd than we did the football game. And just a reminder, it's always 11 on 11 on the football field, and the Canes, my God. We'll get into all of it because we got great news. Mario Cristobal is going to be with us coming up here in a few minutes, but my God, the Canes defense, when things didn't go well for the offense, the defense said, hey, don't worry about it. When they missed field goals, the Canes D said, don't worry about it. We'll get it. Stop the run, put pressure, got lots of takeaways. And this is the school that I'm from growing up, and I know times have changed, and everybody talks trash about everybody before a game, and I'm not worried about him, and I'm not worried about them, and we've seen better. This is nothing. We see it all those comments. Whether you mention a guy directly, and you happen to mention maybe the best player on the team in Ruben Bain, and what'd he say? I bless you. I don't know. I don't know if he blessed him, but he kicked his ass, man. Oh, my gosh. And it'll be a lesson to be learned because that team on both sides of the football dominated the line of scrimmage. And the last drive, what that thing was absolutely beautiful. You're like, all right, we got a 3-3 game. Let's get this thing. Let's try to figure a way. I don't want to go to overtime. Anything can happen. And they go right down the field. Mark Fletcher, the run blocking. I mean, they opened some holes. Fletch ran through them, has a game of his life. Felt like his father was watching the whole time. And then Malachi, who had the fumble, comes right back, has a 10-yard run. And then that's one freshman, huge play to the other one, as you just heard Joe Z. Bryce Fitzgerald, 2 picks in the game, none bigger than to close out the game in the back of the end zone. Cuts in front of the receiver and just makes an unbelievable play. Just great stuff. Great stuff across the board. And it's always about making great plays. It's about matchups. And, boy, the Canes, as I felt this way. I know, Woody, you felt this way, that there's really no weakness on this team. And it looked like it, but I didn't know the defense was maybe going to play their best game of the year, even when a couple of guys went out, a couple more guys come in, and they don't miss a beat. They don't miss a beat. Got some great plays. We'll try to get them all in here today. There's some plays that happened that probably nobody's going to talk about, especially late in that game, that we'll try to get to with Coach and everything else. But, hey, man, it's about big plays and big moments, your best players being their best, and you got a lot of that. It was great to see because, you know, when you talk about the Canes, you talk about 2 pass rushers. First thing they talk about, not my rules, that's just everybody goes, Mesidor and Reuben Bain. And guess what? They were there. they were relentless. The offensive line, pass protection, excellent. The run blocking was back. So the strength of the team, that's the way they played. And a lot of guys made plays, open field tackles. Getting the takeaways was kind of the story as well. Anyway, Mario Cristobal is going to join us, and we'll talk to Coach about it. Now on to play Ohio State in one of the biggest stadiums we have in this country. For anybody going out there, it's beautiful. It's a great place to have a big event. And this second round of the playoffs is going to be a big event for the Miami Hurricanes against Ohio State. So we'll have a lot of that today. Have a lot more stuff to get to here. But
you think there's some storylines for that game?
Well, there's so many from Saturday, Woody. I was
going into Ohio State though, man. Oh my goodness! I mean, that you talk about the hype for that game. There's gonna be some build up for that thing.
And listen, they are loaded. Everybody's talked about how loaded they are in their team, and they are. There's no question about it. And so I can't wait though. I love the Canes going indoors and getting a chance to show.
Way that defense is playing, you roll the dice against anyone right now, man. They just pitched a shutout,
by the way,
on the road against the top SEC team.
Play calling was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal play calling defensively. Just
it was a very tense game to watch, though, man.
It was great. Somebody tried to tell me, hey, it was and I go, well, what? What do you mean?
It was just
it was a great game.
It was very tense, right? Because they left a lot of points out there. Right, the field goal kicking was a problem. I know the wind was swirling and everything, but it just for them to hold at the end there, it was just unbelievable.
A&M had kicking problems from their two kickers, and once that wind, I've seen this now my whole life. When the wind's blowing and a guy misses the first one, then you try to adjust and trying to adjust to the wind. I guess 20 to 30 mile an hour winds, whatever it was. We'll talk to Coach about that.
Those kicks kept getting shorter and shorter, though, and they
listen,
get worse and worse.
That's why you don't want to kick a field goal on that last one. You wanted to get that touchdown, and for good reason, right? Because they were close enough to. If you do that, it's a tie game probably. Even
such a crazy finish, man. I wonder if A&M goes for 2 if they score there too.
Probably
such a crazy.
Hey, who knows?
Game.
Who knows? But I got to tell you, it was. Just for Canes fans, that was 23 years. Joe Z said 23 years. Yeah. Clearly the best team they've had in a couple of decades. And I think it also makes you feel a lot better about them getting in because, hey, man, they lose and they go, see, the Canes shouldn't have been there. And then you got to have Notre Dame thrown in your face. And they go out and they beat a really good Texas A&M team. And not only that, they made that offense look like they've been putting up big numbers, running, throwing, and they just said, not today. Just good stuff. Hey, we're going to have Coach coming up here in just a few minutes. We'll talk to him, but huge stuff, huge game, man. A lot of fun. Obviously, Dolphins played yesterday, and trying to figure out what they can do for the third quarter coming out at the break, and I think I got an idea. I think the answer is don't go in at all. Just stay out on the bench. Just stay out on the bench and run around and not take the break at half because they don't make nothing happens. They come out and they just look like, I don't know. It's been going on all year. Another horrible third quarter of disaster. We got a lot of stuff though from the weekend. By the way, a lot of teams that had to win went on the road and got wins in the NFL yesterday as well. So we got plenty coming up on the show today that we'll be talking about right now. I want to talk to you about your South Florida Chevy dealers, man. I'll tell you what, now through January 2nd, hurry into your Chevy stores. There are 14 dealerships throughout South Florida and take advantage of the Chevy Red Tag offers. Oh, it's great, man. It's a great time to take a look at a Chevrolet, whether you're in the market for a truck or an SUV. Check out the Red Tag offers on dependable SUVs and those hard-working trucks that I always talk about. It includes dependable Silverado 1500. It goes to the road trip, ready-to-go Equinox EV, or an eye-catching Colorado. Don't delay. the Chevy red tag offers end January 2nd. Hurry, as these red tag offers won't last forever. Stop by your local Chevy dealers today and see why many drivers are choosing Chevrolet more than ever right now. Explore the red tag offer. It's a great way to end the year. Start the new year in a brand new Chevrolet. Red tag savings in January 2nd. See your local Chevy dealers today.
Today's topic.
Fitzgerald, the freshman, picks it off. Miami's going to win this game. Miami's going to win the game. Fitzgerald picked it off in the end zone. A moment of magic for Miami. It's Fitzgerald with an interception. 24 seconds to go in the game. He has his second interception. Oh my goodness. A Miami Hurricanes hero. And it's Fitzgerald, the freshman. Miami's going to win in College Station. Ecstasy for Miami. Devastation for Texas A&M. At the most opportune time or the biggest moment of the game. The pinnacle moment. Fitzgerald with an interception. Devastation for A&M. Hurricanes delight for Miami.
All right, and welcome back here on a Monday morning. I don't know about you, man, but I enjoyed the hell out of the game. And, man, it made us feel a lot better here in South Florida, I got to tell you. 10-3 win over Texas A&M. You just heard Josie right across. Biggest win, couple of decades, 23 years to get a playoff win, and we're joined this morning by head coach Mario Cristobal. Coach, let me start with this. Congratulations, man. It was fantastic from the start to the finish.
Good morning, Joe. How we doing?
Man, we're doing great. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Hey, to hear their coach say we got dominated on the line of scrimmage. That didn't come from you. He said it. They act like they're a little surprised. But Coach, I can't remember. You've had some great Canes defenses, and I don't like to ever rank them. But this year, 89 yards in the game they give up, that run defense, 2.5 average, 7 sacks, 3 takeaways, and all the great individual performances as well as team performances overall. Where's that rank for you with the way that group of guys played? And when the guys went down, the next guy stepped up and made big plays.
Yeah, those things are always hard to rank, but just extremely excited and at the same time proud of just the collective effort, man. The physicality was at a premium, technique, fundamentals, pad level. And then the more you watch the film, the more areas you find where we're going to continue to improve and work on. So this group, I mean, they put it to bed pretty quickly. They're on to the next one, but certainly a lot to be proud of in that game and a lot to build off of.
I'm from that old school. I think you are too. Like, listen, man, there's no reason, whether it's high school level, college level, or pro level, to give anybody any incentive to play better by calling out an individual. And then you decide to pick out a guy that's really friggin' good. Let me ask you, you think that stuff motivates guys? I'm always curious. I'm talking about Reuben Bain and their left tackle coming out and making comments like just another guy, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you spend so much time saying, hey, man, let's take care of business. Don't make it personal. But come on, Joe, this is football, and football is, in essence, personal business, right? I mean, we invest so much time and effort into it, and you lay it on the line in the way that you have and so many have, right, came before us and coming after us, that when you know what's up, man. You know what that kind of stuff does, and I'm glad it happens.
Hey, so all of a sudden, I mean, there are just so many things that happen in clutch moments. That's championship kind of football. You guys get the running game going. You need one drive to put together at the end of that game, and all of a sudden, that offensive line got the message. They opened some holes, and Fletch runs through there, and then Malachi finishes it off. Just such an impressive drive on the few plays that it took to get down there. What happened? What was different about that drive?
I mean, we got downhill in a hurry, man. It was hard to throw the ball. I mean, that wind, I don't know how much you could tell on TV, but my Lord, I'd never been in a game like that where, I mean, the ball was just, it would sail on anything, on kickoffs, on kicks, on punts, on passes. So it became a rock fight. As a kid, you'd have those crazy rock fights in the yard. It became a rock fight. And, Carson, to his credit, and I think this is what really makes him such a great quarterback. He's the one coming off the field. Is like, man, we can get downhill and split them with this particular run play. And then Coach Dawson and the rest of the offensive staff, it just kept pounding away and never ever got flustered and called a couple plays that, again, gets you blocked up both inside and on the perimeter. And then just an awesome individual effort. And look, I think what you're going to see if you really watch the tape is we were physical up front, and that's received a lot of praise. But Joe, our perimeter, and I'm talking both offensively and defensively, the receivers and the DBs, brother, they got after it, and they were just as physical as the big guys were.
Yeah, I think everybody noticed. By the way, one guy coming back, he's been out, I guess, close to a month now, and we bugged you every week. Is Keontae Scott going to be able to play? And 10 tackles, 2 sacks, 3 tackles for loss. He made some open field tackles when the play bounced outside, to your point. One-on-one, I mean, they were NFL-looking plays, Coach.
Yeah, that guy's he's invaluable in every aspect, not just his level of play on the field, but what he brings to the table, to the locker room, to the field as a leader. Brother, that guy is he's something else, and he is physical, man. He don't care if it's a 6'8", 350-pound lineman. That dude's going right through him, and really, really happy for him, proud of him. But he epitomizes being a tough-ass son of a bitch, because he's the one that forced himself and worked himself into getting healthy, and really happy for him and looking forward to more.
Boy, and you got a lot of guys that seemed like they played like this thing was everything to them, the way they played. I got to ask you, a play that probably there's so many great plays and we get caught up in, especially the touchdowns and interceptions, the play Torrey makes. Talk about physical hit right at the goal line to free that ball up. I hope we're going to get some good news that he'll be okay to go. But man, what a great play to shake that. That's just one of the many one-on-one plays. How huge was that?
Yeah, and tremendous reaction and the level of physicality. I mean, jarred the ball loose. You know, I mean, that was, call it what it is. That play and the play right after it. I mean, both they have an opportunity, and the play before that, right? There's an opportunity for them to put their hands on the ball and for us to dislodge it. And we did, you know, and Mo is that's how Mo plays. Mo, since the day he got here, has been nothing but a team guy. And his level of play, I mean, again, it was exemplified, epitomized in that one particular play. That's what he is. And, you know, we feel really good about him getting healthy pretty quickly.
Bryce Fitzgerald, a school you're very aware of, where he comes from, the Columbus, making them all proud. A lot of good news coming out of Columbus school. But how about coming in and gets an interception playing center field and then comes back and has a play of the game in the back of the end zone, man. Cuts in front, makes a nice catch with his hands, puts it down, and that's ball game.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, he's in man coverage, right? Kind of that, you know, that play, man, down the tight side and nod, right? Almost like the sticking up. And he kind of has a knack for finding the ball, doesn't he? I mean, he is he's always been a student of the game. He's always worked hard, but just as the game and the season goes on, just keeps getting better and better, more comfortable in scheme. And I mean, no one he doesn't look or play like a freshman. So great job by him, and proud of him.
Coach, decision making. Your field goal kicker has been so good all year, so good. And I know the wind was blowing. I think you might up to 30 miles an hour, whatever it was. Did it change your philosophy at all going towards that end of the game? Is your mindset, let's get this thing to 6-3, or did it change at all?
Ideally, you want to score on the last, leave him 1 second on the clock. You know, that's what we want. But they're so good on defense, it's really difficult to pick and choose how and when you're going to score. And being the conditions that we had and the way it was going in the kick. And again, we trust our kicker. He's been awesome. But the way things were going, if we could take it out of the hands or out of the foot, right, off of him, we wanted to do that. Do you want to score that early? Absolutely not. You know, if you go by analytics in the chart, you get a first down, get down, you center the ball, and you basically try to kick an extra point. But being the conditions, what they were, the results of some of the previous kicks, and the fact that they're a really good defense, and it's, you know, we were hopeful we'd get a first down on that play. We just happened to block it up great, got leverage and half position on everybody. And you know what? Go put that great defense on the field and go get a stop.
You're right, Coach. Carter Davis, he kicks this next game for Ohio State. I know some people are wondering what your thoughts are going forward. Yeah,
I mean, he's been great all year. I mean, you have to be able to actually feel that thing. Just look up at the flagpoles, man. I mean, those things, it looked like there was a hurricane out there. But, you know, again, it's and it wasn't a knock on him. I just think that when every game is different, and when you have those kind of conditions, meaning the winds, which I think it's worse than rain, and being what we had gone through and whatnot, you just kind of you have to go away from analytics and go with what you're seeing on the field.
Coach, the biggest part of what your defense did, 2 plays stick out. 69-yard pass play. I don't know if it's a broken coverage or somebody just, made a bad step, but all I know is you get a blocked field goal by Bain and they don't get any points. That is, to get a 69-yard pass play and not score is huge. And then Malachi fumbles late in the game and you guys go right out and get a stop again to give the ball back with that thing still tied up. 2 huge plays. Series of plays by your defense.
Yeah, I mean the response, right? It's all about the response, and both times it's what they've been doing all year, essentially. But that blocked field goal, I mean, the way that Ruben went in there, got that push, got that pop was phenomenal. Again, just the momentum swings on both sides where it was right. It was a matter of games like this, man. You've got to hit people, you've got to be physical, but you've got to be willing and able to take the hits and get your ass back up. And that was huge. And then I thought the response after Malachi's fumble was incredible because you saw the level of passion and how he was affected and how the entire team went to him and said, brother, get your head up. You're going to get another shot. And the defense went right out there and it got after it and got us the ball back. They had a punt. And 1 play later, Mark hit that 60-yarder. So, it was the level of response, the level of resiliency was something, we're becoming a tougher and tougher team as the year goes on.
Coach, the other thing is you got to talk about some of the guys. You have always told me, and I remind people because they talk about transfer portal. I said, I know you guys ain't going to believe me, but Mario Cristobal is about that recruiting class. And, boy, you talk about Maui Noah. You talk about Fletch and Baines and some of the guys you've had that have just been, frontline at the highest quality of guys that you were able to build this around. And we got 2 freshmen that everybody's going to be talking about, Malachi and Fitzgerald, who's got 6 interceptions on the year. I guess that recruiting out of high school does work.
Yeah, absolutely it does. When you put together a roster, you are obligated to put the best roster you can together, and it comes in different ways now. And you never deny yourself an opportunity to get better. You just don't. And so if it's there in the portal, you grab it. If it's in high school, you grab it. And hopefully the guys that you come in, you bring it from high school, that they realize that it is about development. Not everybody gets to go out there like Malachi, like Bryce Fitzgerald. But you know what? It wasn't just gifted to them. They earned it. So I think that combination is awesome. I also think that it validates everything that we preached to that class when we were sitting there at 5 and 7 and having to take those lumps, man, and get our teeth kicked in when we first got here. That if we bring in the right people and come together and work your butts off, that it's going to work out in our favor. So certainly getting better, ton of progress, long ways to go.
Boy, Coach, you always say that, but you said someday in our private meetings, you used to say someday, real soon, this thing's going to get turned around. Give me a couple recruiting classes. Let me hit the transfer portal with the people I have to find the right people, and we're going to get to where we need to. People have been hearing this for years, and sure enough, man, it's now happened, Coach. You get 10 wins, and now you've won a playoff game. It's got to be, and I know it's not where you want to be. It's about national championships and deep into the playoffs, but it's a hell of a start. Yeah,
at the end of the day, there are 8 teams left that are playing, right? And we're blessed enough to be one of them. But, Joe, you know what? You've done it your entire life, man. You know what it looks like. You got to be big, thick, and physical and explosive in certain parts of your roster. In other areas, you got to be fast and lean and be able to run through people, run around people. You got to be able to cover. And, football is so different than basketball, man. You've got to put together a roster of 105 guys, right? And 50 plus have to be able to play championship level football. And they don't just walk in the door, no assembly required. You've got to get the right talent. You got to bust your ass, and you got to invest time in their lives and their development. And so that's what we do. And that's to me coming in. That's what what nobody realizes or talks about. That's the untold story, the depth of where things are at and how you got it. And that's okay. That's why I could give a rat's what about any of that stuff, man. We just work. We love the progress. We love where we're going. And certainly love this opportunity, man. These guys they're chomping at the bit for the next one.
Hey, Poyser, Torre, and Moten, you got a few extra days. Can Can you play doctor and help me out a little bit on you hope to have some of those guys back, or where do they stand right now in their injury?
I can play doctor, but I'm not really good at it. So, but I would say that these guys, yeah, I feel good about it. I mean, they were all on the plane in great spirits and moving around really well. And like you said, you have a couple of extra days. It's just, it's December and it's the playoffs, right? Who's not hurting, right?
Yeah.
I mean, football hurts. If football hurts, and these guys are tough, man. They're tough. I'm proud of them because you know what? It's easy to be tough with somebody else's body, right? So we do take care of our players to the best of our ability. And then there's this time where, like Keontae Scott, where it's just kind of, lace him up and go, man.
It's incredible. He is just, I mean, you got so many great stories for whether it's a freshman, whether it's somebody's coming off injury to come back and play at that level after being out that long and making some of the tackles and sacks and just incredible stuff. So I got to ask you, I know everybody, Michael Irvin, man, was there, and nobody I'd want more on the sideline around my team than Michael being back. And, of course, he's going to be back home for this next one. And then having President Joe with you, I thought that moment at the end of the game was really cool for you, along with your family, Coach.
Yeah, it was our president's birthday as well the previous day, so great moment for him and his family. We know how invested he is in the University of Miami, how he invested his entire existence into it. And then seeing guys like Edgar James out there, Andre Johnson, I mean, you kind of want to put them in the game, But
you want to see there any eligibility left out of some of those great players. Oh my gosh, it was great. Hey, Coach, man, it changed how everybody's feeling here in South Florida, man. Saturday afternoon, it was just unbelievable. Congratulations. I know there's more work to do. I know how you work, and it's off to Ohio State. How do you like from what you've seen? Everybody talks about they're the most talented team in college football with full of NFL ready-to-go guys.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, they're defending national champions for a reason, and they are – not only do they have elite talent, but they do schematically, they present a lot of problems to opponents, and they've shown it all year long on both sides of the ball and at all levels of the field and their team. So, again, our guys are really looking forward to this opportunity.
Hey, Coach, can I just say this? And you never talk about your personal life. That wife of yours, whenever you get a chance, she deserves a special vacation, man. I know she's been through all of this all over the country with you. And I know she's a big part of it. So I just wanted to give her a shout out too, man. I know how special she is in this whole thing behind the scenes.
She is the absolute best, military family, but Jessica, she's the heart and soul of our family and God's greatest gift to me as well as the boys. So, and then you just crushed my checkbook for Christmas. So thank you.
Don't worry. I've got my own to take care of today. Hey, Coach, congratulations. Thanks for coming on, spending some extra time.
Appreciate you, Joe. Go Canes.
All right, Coach, nice enough to come on this morning. Mario Cristobal, obviously feeling real good, but getting that playoff win on the road against Texas A&M, one loss, and, just 3 points. 3 points to give up at home. Hey, I want to tell you about Atlantic Men's Clinic. I got to tell you, man, still a great holiday gift here. We're down to the wire. And for men out there that have been struggling with their energy level first and sex drive second, hey, man, it's going to happen to every guy sooner or later. Now, the question is, do you want to feel tired all the time? You want to lose your energy and not work out and gain that automatic? Once you stop cutting back on being active, you gain weight. There's nothing you can do about it. You can go, I'm going to change my eating habits as I'm getting lazier. No, that doesn't work that way. It's a guaranteed 15 to 20 pounds. If you want to get rid of that and you want to get your sex drive back, and it's still important to you, whether you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s with low T and ED, go to Atlantic Men's Clinic for your holiday gift. No better holiday gift to give somebody than the gift of love and energy, and Atlantic Men's Clinic is all about it. I had two guys come up to me at the game last night and tell me they're on the program, and I said, and one guy was 40 years old, or maybe not quite 40, and I said, hey, man, I appreciate you telling me. It works. I know. On the program myself, had full-blown low T and ED, no worse. And boy, to get my energy back and my sex drive back and everything in between is just so important. Losing that weight and feeling good for the holiday season. That's all I'm saying. If you want a holiday gift that instead of all the same gifts you get every year, tell that loved one, just give me Atlantic Men's Clinic. Set up that appointment. Let's get going. I want to lose some weight. I want to have my energy and my sex drive. Schedule a consultation with Atlantic Men's Clinic for the holiday season. Get the PSA test. You meet with their professional staff. They're going to put you on a program off your results, and you're going to get great. You're going to feel great, and it's going to happen quickly for you. 7 locations in South Florida serve you, including a brand new one in Hollywood. I'm off the plantation here before the holiday season today. Call them. Call them and set up that first appointment. So most important one, you're in for great results. This is not some fake. You are in for great results with Atlantic Men's Clinic. 877-455-7300 or visit AtlanticMen'sClinic.com today. Hey, welcome back, and good morning to everybody, man. I wouldn't have missed today. I was excited about coming into work, and you're going, oh, wait a sec. That was ugly yesterday. What do you mean? And I go, well, listen, I do want to get into that, and there's a lot to be said. Since Barry Jackson's going to send out stuff about Kim Bocamper and I being critical of the team, I'd ask everybody, what would you expect when they play the way they played the last 2 weeks? Anyway, that's my teaser for the 7 o'clock hour coming up here.
At least you made it into his column for. I mean, I guess that's one of the better things you can make it in for, right?
Is there anybody? I
don't want to hear you getting arrested or anything like that.
No.
Barry Jackson.
No. I don't want to be that.
This is a decent enough thing to make it
fraud.
in
there. No, that was good. Listen,
remember, it used to be bad news when you make it in.
Hey, Barry didn't hold back, and
but yeah, I mean, it's like Joe and Bo are critical of the team. You know, okay. I mean, you watch the game.
You know, and it doesn't matter if you do the games, if you do sideline, if you work for CBS, if you're a writer, if you're like, we all see the same stuff. We all see the same stuff.
Bro, they got guys with bags on their heads in the stands.
Listen, and there were a lot of seats. There was way too many Cincinnati fans there for Cincinnati's not exactly having a great year of their own.
Problem is you got Mr. Ross in the booth, and they show him late in the game, and he's smiling, and people get upset.
Did. I didn't see that.
People get upset.
You told me that
stuff.
this morning. That
like,
hey
man, the thing's a mess.
It is.
You know that. Everyone knows that.
It is.
I got people tweeting at us, and they, I don't know if they're trying to do a Tua thing or Quinn Ewers is obviously he is what he is, man. He's
By the way, I tried to, Woody, I tried to warn everybody that for everybody thought, and listen, he was okay. And again, I don't want to do too much right now. I want to hit it all coming up here. He was okay in the first half. He was.
That's exactly what we thought he was going to be.
He was okay. And then the second half, those tight throws turned into, with no juice on them, turned into turnovers. And anyway, we'll catch that because a lot of our writers had strong opinions. It's good to see everybody who covers this every day and trying to figure out what's going on and where do we go and what's next.
It just feels like such a secondary story at this point.
It is
what the Canes did, right?
It is. Listen, Joe Burrow came down. Yeah. You want to see what a great franchise quarterback looks like? He put on a show. Anyway, hey, we're going to spend a little bit of time here before we go to break, get all caught up here for the 7 o'clock hour. We have a lot of great stuff, starting with what took place with the Canes, that 10-3 win, and putting it away late after all the missed field goals again. We found out today, coach is still with Davis, who's had a really good season. He did miss 3 field goals in the game. The wind was blowing.
Hey, let me throw one at you here. So Ohio State's been sitting for a while now, right? Yeah. Miami just played that game. You think they have an advantage? That they're going to be a little fresher coming into this? Ohio State's coming off a loss?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think
that's a long time to sit.
I think it's going to be a really good game. It is.
Here.
But they're not sitting around.
I know.
But you lose. Look, you get a bye week in how long they've been off, though, for when was that?
Well, it's got to be 2 weeks.
Yeah,
going into that game.
It's long. So it's a long time off.
Another couple of weeks, or almost a month.
Yeah, that's a long time off. Maybe, Woody. It's not crazy. Maybe you lose a little bit to start the game. You're fresh, obviously. That's a good news, and they'll probably get some guys a little banged up. I haven't looked at who's banged up a little bit.
That game was on the 6th.
But I got to tell you, man, I saw, and I was glad to hear Coach talking about one of the great stories in this game who, I mean, I had no idea. He just getting better and better. Keontae Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Woody, do you see some of the tackles he made on those guys bounce outside? He just chops them down. He's like, I don't care. I know I'm out here on the island by myself. He's making it, sacks, tackles. And this guy he was out a month, right?
Yeah.
Roughly a month.
Yeah. I just think defensively, Joe, that might have been the best defensive performance. You could probably make the case in that.
I didn't even mention Mesidor. I didn't mention Mesidor.
I know.
Mesidor is getting after it.
Joe, they've had a lot of good players come through that place, and that was as good a defensive performance as you will ever see.
And I started seeing there after those tackles, all that talking. One guy did. Then I see all of a sudden they have a tight end helping to chip a little bit. So these guys, you know. And by the way, Maui Noah blocked their dude. What he do in the game? The SEC Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Huh? I didn't even get into that with Coach Maui. I thought Maui Noah played his ass off. I don't know how he graded out, and I didn't do the football focus thing.
Well, we'll see if Ohio State wants to take any swipes.
Yeah, I don't think
any of these guys.
I don't think that's their thing. Like,
I don't know what their thing is, but Texas A&M was dumb enough to do it. And Reuben Bain, by the way, I know he was very polite during the press conference. They got him on video in the locker room, and he had some other comments.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, a couple of 4-letter words towards
he had
Texas A&M.
3 sacks, 4 tackles for loss, and a block kick.
Why would you say you never heard of a guy who's going to be the first pick in the draft?
Well, it's just stupid. By the way, how much egg on your face do you have? Like, because everybody, they talk about it.
It's not smart, man.
And that guy might be a good NFL player. I don't know. I know they've raved about their offensive line and how good they're going to be. And honestly, those guys can't feel real good about what just happened.
No.
Because they couldn't open holes. They couldn't get the running game going. And that win, and they forced that kid to sit back there and throw. I was surprised he didn't run more late in that game, but he decided he got it going a little bit, throwing a few passes in a row. All right, Woody, 7 o'clock hour is on the way here, but before we get to it here, I want to talk to you about Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage. Hey, he has an amazing offer. It's called Hometown Heroes Program. He's helping first responders such as law enforcement, healthcare professionals, educators, firefighters, and military vets with up to $35,000 in closing costs and down payment assistance with low fixed rates and no prepaid penalties. Give Michael a call on his cell phone or text him 561-441-2730. Say, hey, that's me you're talking to, and I could really use it. 561-441-2730. You can learn more about the Hometown Heroes program. Hey, Michael Kotze, 30 years of experience, getting you mortgages and the lowest rates quickly. That's what it's all about. Part of great service is let's get it done quickly so you can get rolling. Whatever it is. Second mortgage you're looking for, go to Google reviews on the web, Choice Mortgage Reviews. A lot of great things people are talking about with Michael Kotze. And again, always getting you the lowest rates, debt consolidation, or anything else. All you have to do is call Michael Kotze or text him. The man has no life at Choice Mortgage. He's always working 7 days a week. Call or text him. 561-441-2730 MLS 166254. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. He's an equal housing lender. I got home to see that game last night between Pittsburgh and Detroit. What a wild, wild finish. I thought the Bears and Green Bay game was unbelievable, but that thing, tell you what, man, down the stretch. By the way, congratulations. Jacksonville goes to Denver and gets a win. The Chargers go to the Cowboys and get a win. Steelers go to Detroit and get a win. And the Patriots have a comeback win. Unbelievable. All the wins. That was over the Ravens. It's looking like Pittsburgh's going to win that division. So a lot of crazy games yesterday. All right, I haven't talked much about it. Congratulations, first of all, to the Canes. Second of all, yesterday, Quinn Ewers got his first start. Looked okay in the first half. Looked okay. They were down a few points, but no big deal. No big deal. But then it was that second half that was just an absolute disaster. Turned the ball over. Basically four possessions, got stopped on fourth down. Just really, really bad stuff. And third quarter was fumble, interception, fourth down, stop, interception. I don't know what goes on at this same thing happened the week before, in case you forgot, against the Steelers. Tight ball game, 7-3 game. Next thing you know, it's 28-3 going into the fourth quarter or early fourth quarter. Game's over. So 38-14 after three quarters yesterday, 28-3 early in the fourth quarter against the Steelers. Quickly went to 35-3 and 45-14. So it's frustrating. The Joe Burrow show yesterday, that's what franchise quarterbacks look like right there. And again, wasn't a perfect pocket. He had to run around and move around in there. The blockers stay with it. And he was knew where his outlet receivers were. He's got two horses on the outside, a 1A and a 1B, and Chase and Higgins, who they're able to throw the ball down the field, and he makes a terrible throw to Chase, who comes back. First, he runs by our guys, and then the ball is so underthrown. I don't know what happened coming out of Joe's hand, but it got out of his hand. He threw a duck. So the guy comes back and makes a catch. And defensively, just not a good performance. And then you turn it over three times, you're not going to win. The problem is right now, and I know a lot of our writers are calling for, and a lot of you are calling for Mike to be fired. Like at the end of the year, Mike needs to go. Look, and these games don't happen. I don't know what the deal is with he and the owner. I have no idea right now. I can guarantee you nobody's calling me to give me an update. But these games look bad for the head coach, whatever happens at head time. It looks bad. I don't know what they do when they meet with their coordinators and get everybody together after they get hydrated and go to the restroom and maybe change their jersey, give the wife a little call and make sure everybody's good up in the stands, enjoying themselves. And then they get back to business. We come out. Remember that thing last week? Minus 20 yards in the third quarter. Pittsburgh had like 160 yards. And then yesterday, just a disaster. Turnover. Quinn Ewers came out, and he looked like a seventh-round rookie in that game, in that second half. It was tough to watch.
Well, what we've done the last few weeks with Mike is we've basically patted him on the back because his team didn't quit on him.
Yeah, well, it's
like, I mean, that's such loser talk because, again, these guys are all getting paid, Joe.
Right.
They're getting paid to be NFL players. Like,
I agree. I agree.
First
of all, every guy, I say this, every guy's going to keep playing hard because you want to keep playing for paychecks, whether it's here or someplace else. And the last thing you want to look like you checked out or you start putting bad stuff on film for everybody to see, like you're not trying hard or you're playing like you don't want to get hurt. I just don't think most guys in the NFL do that. I don't. I've seen guys jog and make their point and get cut and, want to get cut. But outside of that, because they want to go to another team or get another chance. But that thing yesterday against, hey, they got a worse record than we do. Cincinnati, they got killed the week before by the Ravens. And Joe Burrow comes in here, and by the way, damn near perfect. He almost threw the perfect quarterback rating at us yesterday. 25 at 32, 309 yards, 4 touchdowns. They got matchups they liked. They got a great passing game. The running game was actually a little better than I thought it was going to be against us. And he had a quarterback rating of high 140s, 146.5. I don't know what happens at halftime, though. Mike's talking about, you got to get this, and the run blocking's not good enough. Look, there's times where you can't run the ball. You're going to have to throw it. You're going to have to throw it. And it's just that was frustrating to watch. I'm trying to be nice about this thing with 2 games left and whatever our goal is right now. I don't believe Quinn Ewers gives us the best chance to win. I didn't think, and some of you tried to sell me on it last week. You can't be with the practice squad guys all year, not even the backup, the third guy, and all of a sudden show up and expect that the guy is going to look like, if you were expecting him to go 21 of 29 for 290 and throw 4 touchdowns, it just wasn't going to happen.
I still don't believe that came directly from the head coach to start that guy. What an indictment on your backup quarterback, by the way.
Well,
that he can't be anything.
I can't even imagine.
We're really going to do this whole, whoever gives us the best chance to win. Like, why don't you just be honest? Hey, we want to see what the young guys got.
I wish I agree with that.
We're
don't
eliminated.
disagree.
We want to see what the young guys got.
But Zach Wilson,
what's up with that guy, man? Is his NFL career over? Obviously, I guess it seems that way, right?
I don't know, but again, I go by Baldy and other guys that said he is just I don't know. I've heard all kinds.
But you know what?
I don't know if it's true. He seems like a nice guy. I don't know. They say he acts like he's privileged. And
whatever, man. If he can win, he can win. But they handle everything so poorly over there. Like you make Tua look bad in the process too, right?
Tua made himself look bad.
I know. Well, he's a moron. With
no, Joe. But let me just start with this before you start any kind of defend. He makes himself look bad the way he plays and talks.
But they could have said that they were shutting him down. They could have said injuries, whatever. He's clearly something's wrong with the guy. Just say we're shutting him down. But enough with this. Like we're doing with our best chance to win.
Yeah.
Like come on, man.
Well, that just told me that they don't think what we think, that he's just not very good, but there is probably stuff with that maybe we don't know. I don't know.
Mike should stay because his team didn't quit.
Here's what I think. In the big picture, all 3 of those guys are not what we need going forward to catch the Patriots and Bills. You agree with that, right? One's got 11 wins, one's got 12 wins now.
So far away from those 2 teams.
And I know we beat the Bills and stuff, but have they lost a game since? I don't know if they lost one.
Don't even. That was a weird deal, man.
Well, we beat Brady from time to time, and he used to.
I know, but those things happen in the NFL, right? But
well, listen, that's not my point.
Sunday,
my point is that we got to get a franchise quarterback. Jimmy hits me yesterday with, what do we do now, man? It's like the season's done. It's been done. We got 2 games left. They want to see, they're trying to make decisions on who they want back next year. That's their line, what they want to see. But we got to find a franchise quarterback. We got to continue to look and find a franchise quarterback. And yesterday is a great example of a guy that's not the best runner in football, Joe Burrow. Mm-hmm. By the way, this might be a bad example because when he's healthy.
Yes.
But I watched that guy when I got home. I watched highlights of the other guy we could have had who pounded the Cowboys. Justin Herbert, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns round. I think he and Josh Allen lead the league in quarterbacks.
Why are you doing
running the football?
Yourself,
well, because somebody had a bad whiff, and it's hard to let bad whiffs go when they take him after us. Of course they took him right after us.
They need massive changes over there. And just to get this out of the way, everyone's asking for you to give your straight up opinion on the whole Mike McDaniel thing. I think you and I are kind of on the same page with this. We like Mike. but it's time, man. Like you have to make significant.
If this thing
changes.
continues, what's happened the last 2 weeks for the last two,
That
I
doesn't
don't
matter,
care
though,
about
does it?
like what. Well, the whole thing was
I don't care if they play for him in the last 2 weeks, and the longer you do this, the more you prolong this, you're just gonna have another. If you bring Mike back, you're going to have another season like this. You got to find a way to get Tua off your roster, whatever it takes. As bad as it sets you back, you have to get him out of here. You don't need his ass moping around on the sidelines.
No, I agree. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want him.
Possible.
I know they're throwing out all the different scenarios. NFL Network. I don't want him coming back as a backup. If you checked out on him, I don't want that thing. Listen, just give him the friggin' money, and if somebody will,
you have to own it, man. You screwed it up. You effed it up. You got to own it. It is what it is.
I got to tell you something, man. Nobody owns up to anything in that organization.
No.
Nobody does.
Joe, they're on a historic streak.
The only
of not
guy
winning a playoff game.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing
we
is,
own it. It's just a matter of how many years we're going to own it that we haven't won a playoff game. But now,
well, you got a franchise that the other problem too, and I've told you this for a while. There's no vision and there's no direction with this franchise. They're just a dumpster fire of mediocrity.
We have to get a franchise quarterback, and second of all, we have to get a GM and a head coach and a scouting department all on the same page. And maybe it'll happen, but it is really rough right now. It is. I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm with you. I don't see vision. I just think, well, let's try it another way. What do you think about this year? We went over the road that way, and let's try this. And I'm like, what are we doing, man? What are we doing?
Just go get blown out your last couple of games here. Move as far up the drafting as you can.
Well, I got to tell you, Tampa Bay's coming to town with a chance still to win their division. They're going to bring whatever they have. I know they have not played great. They've lost a bunch of games, but they're coming down here to win. And then, hey, I'm guessing New England's looking like they may have to play this final game too. They may have to play this because Buffalo's not going away. I didn't see who everybody's playing this week. I don't know. But
that quarterback, Drake May, is fantastic, by the way.
How about that comeback?
Yeah.
I thought maybe they were looking at another loss there. And this Buffalo thing was going to get really interesting. But
is the Mike McDaniel thing obvious? Because, people are going back for
I got to tell you,
to go, Joe.
Here's the situation. It is to the media and to the fan base. It is. A majority of it is very obvious that he needs to go to. You can read the articles today. Read everybody. What all the guys that cover him every day and laugh when he says something, and we all have the chuckle. And
I don't think anyone dislikes Mike personally. This is not a personal thing, and I think it's the same with the quarterback. I don't think anyone has any personal beef with the quarterback, but they have to go.
He's a little harder to like, though.
He's impossible to like, but I don't think he's a bad guy. I mean, yes, his press conferences are historically bad. Maybe the worst we've ever heard back.
When are you going to put that best of? When the season's over, you promised me for a holiday gift I can get the best of from Tua.
Yeah, I suppose.
Just at the end.
Hey, man, you know what? How many times did you hear Carson Beck bitch about the noise at that place over the weekend?
I didn't hear it. He had enough trouble trying to throw it in that wind. He didn't
I know, but did you hear him complain after the game?
No, I didn't hear anything.
By the way, I don't think they had a single false start penalty in the entire game. But
by the way,
I mean,
it was a home team that was having trouble. It was their offensive line that was struggling. Hey, we got to go to break here. We got a lot more stuff to get to here this morning. Yeah, man, that was a bad look if you're trying to impress the owner yesterday and the CEO sitting up there next to each other. Not a great look. I tell you what is a great look for the holiday season. I'm off and running today at Beverly's Jewelers. Got to get that shopping done, man. I don't like to wait till the last minute, so I'm going to get after it today. That was a joke. I got to tell you, Jeff and Amanda, 35 years I've been going. Jeff, man, 35 years, man. 35 years. Engagement rings, upgraded engagement rings, breakup, another engagement ring. Boy, I'll tell you, Beverly's Jewelers has been a big part of my life for a long, long time. And during the holiday season, it's a must. Right now, they've got something for anybody out there thinking about getting that diamond engagement ring. Listen to this. I got it for you, man. It's a stunning 3-carat certified lab-grown diamond, VVS clarity, E-color, set in a custom-made 14-karat gold engagement ring. It's just $3,999. That's right. 3-carat diamond ring for only $3,999. You can choose your favorite shape, and larger sizes are available at similar savings, but hurry. This offer is for a limited time only. Hey, man, shop Beverly's Jewelers. They got a huge selection of diamond studs and tennis bracelets and jewelry and earring, anything you're looking for, they've got for you. I always tell everybody this. Sometimes guys are tell them what your budget is for the holiday season, and they also have fine jewelry with up to 70% off select pieces during the holiday sale. If you need extra holiday cash to go with it, Beverly's paying top dollar for your old gold, silver, and jewelry with immediate payment, plus enjoy interest-free financing, free gift wrapping, and a great staff to make sure you get exactly what you need. We got a few days left, man. Visit Beverly's Jewelers in Fort Lauderdale off Commercial Boulevard. You got to go to that store. It's fantastic. On my way there this afternoon or online at bevjewelers.com. Beverly's Jewelers, where South Florida gets engaged.
WQAM broadcasting live
And happy Monday morning to everybody. Well, I'll tell you what, there was, minus that game yesterday at Hard Rock Stadium, there were a lot of good games Saturday and Sunday. It's nice to see playoff teams that are like going after it. And all these teams were able, I mean, there were a lot of playoff games yesterday. They felt like playoff games. Obviously, a few weeks left, but boy, all of a sudden, Jacksonville goes to Denver. Kicks them around pretty good. That's a good win for Jacksonville. Chargers beat up the Cowboys 34-17. And the Steelers, I thought Steelers were going to lose that game. They beat the Lions on a wild last-second play. Clearly pass interference. Pushes off. And flags come out. They waited to see what the call was going to be. Anyway, Steelers end up winning that game. They're now 9-6. And then the Patriots, Drake May with a win. So a lot of good things. A lot of good things, man. The Patriots now 12-3 with that road win. Very impressive. They've been able to win on the road. And Drake May had a huge game last night. So a lot of interesting games. Looking at Broncos, the number 1 seed. Patriots and Broncos, same record at 12-3. Jags and the Bills, 1 game behind at 11-4 in those. And then the Steelers. But yeah, the Chargers, Bills, and Texans now. Texans win again. What's that, 5 or 6 wins in a row for them? They're now 10-5. So that we're just about have that thing all wrapped up on as far as who's going to be in the playoffs in the AFC. We've got a lot of stuff to get to. Before we get to it, I do want to say this. I left this out, and I don't want to mess you up here, especially last second. Beverly's Jewelers has these special holiday hours. They open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. So tonight, they're open to 7 p.m. So if you got a little time, you get off work at 4 or 5 o'clock, you got time to run up there and grab something. And then Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So they got some extended hours. They had them last weekend, and hopefully you're able to get out and do some of that shopping and see the great people that they have over there.
Thank you for the heads up on that, by the way, because I'm in that boat.
Oh, man.
The Joe Rose boat here.
Always.
The last-minute gift.
I don't like to say last seconds.
Last minute, I say. Yeah. Last second is like day. Last second is the losers that are like shopping at the drugstores.
By the way,
cards,
getting the same cards and chocolates, man.
That's the last second.
I stopped doing that box of candy, the same stuff my dad used to get my mom. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, drugstore gifts.
And the card does all the talking for you. Somebody writes up some romantic, and then she goes, this doesn't even sound like you.
Well, yeah. You don't say.
I'm so lucky.
Those don't go over so well, but
the store's packed. I went to that one, the one next to Publix over on 136th Street, and 595.
USA, man.
But I got to tell you,
Valentine's Day is the worst.
And they were even getting the flowers in there and the balloon just. And I always wonder when they see it, women must know it's not a very good effort, right?
Yes,
it's just not.
That's a really great way to show them you don't care.
Yeah. Thanks, Woody. Thanks, Woody.
Well, that's why I appreciate.
Thanks for telling my wife I don't care.
I appreciate you telling
that.
us about the extended hours at
Oh,
Beverly's. I'm going over there. So those lab grown diamonds they're a big hit.
They can't keep them in.
I know. So
by the way, Jeff in Beverly's is the original guy to take him, and some of the other jewelry stores are kind of making fun of him, and now everybody's going,
yeah,
oh boy, we're all getting them, right? You said everybody's getting them.
My wife loved it. I got her the ring that you've been talking about. We did the
is,
vow renewal in Vegas.
That's awesome.
I got her the
What
ring.
You're a romantic guy. You don't get credit.
Oh, not usually, but that went over very well, that ring. They're beautiful, man. They do it really nice over there. They customize it.
That is a rock star ring.
It really is.
And I said, so how are these things doing? I said, asked Jeff 2 weeks ago, and he said, can't keep them in. Got a few left for people wanting, like, oh, shit, I got to do it.
So I think I'm going to go earrings this time around.
I am too.
I think I might go earrings. Good thing she doesn't listen to the show. So.
I'm going earrings. I don't know what else. I guess something else, but yeah. Anyway, hey.
You've had a strong year. You didn't miss anything big this year.
Yeah,
right?
But I get a little wrapped up in my own little football world, and I miss a lot of stuff. And
you'll be here for Christmas, though.
I will. That's right. I'll be home for Christmas.
Yeah.
Hey, so Woody, we got a lot of stuff going on, and we're gonna have Omar Kelly join us, who had he got after it with Mike McDaniel today. I think I saw he's seen enough the last couple weeks.
Call him out for being too critical, or was that just you and Bo?
Oh, that was by Barry that we've been critical. He didn't have a problem with it. He just was making everybody aware of something I already knew. Like I didn't need to be told. And I'm guessing Bo. You see Big Bo after.
Bo's the angriest guy in town.
You know,
anyone to tell me that Bo's upset?
I wish more people who work in the organization were a little upset, to be honest, especially ones that run and hide. Hey, so anyway,
you don't like them smiling in the booths. The suites.
Well, Mr. Ross, that you just showed me the picture of he and Tom together.
It's just obviously not the best of looks, because you
got
got fans, like they show him in the booth laughing, and then they show guys in the stands wearing bags over their heads.
Yeah, no, yeah. I know. Listen, this is what happens when you're 6-9. Is that what we are now? 6-9.
Does it matter?
Well, I mean, it does. 6-9. Might not get that number, Joe. Remember, Big Joe up there at the Palm Beach said.
Oh, man,
we're going to be in a dogfight on that one now.
Is he still positive?
We got two teams coming down here. They're clearly playing they're both playing for the division still, and one would like to get the number 1 seed. I'm guessing the Patriots. That's a pretty good goal. Get the week off and know all the games go through. Boy, it sounds like Brady, doesn't it? All the games go through potentially. They could be the number 1 seed.
Yes.
Everything's going to go through Foxborough, and we get to be first up.
By the way, Joe, that's how a rebuild looks.
It is.
That's what a rebuild is supposed to look like. That's how the league
year
is
ago.
Designed.
I'm going to tell everybody this, and you're not going to believe it. You can go back a year ago. I don't know what the records were. That was the worst roster. And when they came down here to play, and I thought Drake May played like, hey, that kid can't play any better with that group he's playing with. Those tackles were horrible. They couldn't block. He had nobody to throw to except a tight end or two. And they had nothing else. And they flipped that around in 1 year. Nobody thought they were going to be. Oh, no, Patriots are not only going to go from, 3 or 4 wins a year ago, they're going to have the best record in the AFC. No way. That can't happen. It's happening. That's
how you do it, man.
That's how they do it. Got themselves a head coach to come in here. And with that, got a big veteran class of guys that most of them have been really good. Got a draft class that's helped them out, and moved a couple of guys out. You know, those 2 starting veteran safeties we saw last week with Pittsburgh. Anyway, we've got to go.
That's things too, but that's one of the worst parts of this whole thing, right? I mean, the Bills have been good for a while. They got Josh Allen, but the Patriots jumping over you like this.
Well, I'll tell you what. Josh
Allen's
doing everything he can.
Yeah. Well, he's got them in the playoffs.
He's got them, but you know what?
They may very well make a run here, Joe.
They got 11 wins. They're
no Lamar, no Mahomes to get through.
Hey, by the way, you know who else not looking good for the playoffs right now? The Lions. That was a bad loss yesterday for them.
They had their chance in that game in the playoffs. Was it 3 years ago now?
They did.
And their coach did what he does, man. He goes, we're not kicking field goals.
Well, then they lose at home in the playoffs, which
those opportunities don't come around
I agree.
so often.
I know. I totally agree.
You went, I know that's how he coaches, but man.
He says to this day, I would never change anything.
He probably would.
He's a very aggressive coach.
I know, but I think if you look back at it, you're like,
he ain't got to second guess himself a couple years later. He's worried about trying to get in right now. Hey, I'll tell you what I'm worried about. You not going to South Florida Chevy dealer to see what's going on. Now, through January 2nd, hurry into your Chevy store and take advantage of the Chevy Red Tag offers. It's a great time to take a look at a Chevrolet, whether you're in the market right now for one of our durable trucks or an SUV. We got them all. Check out the Red Tag offers on dependable SUVs to hardworking trucks. That includes the dependable Silverado 1500, the road trip ready Equinox, the Equinox EV, or an eye-catching Colorado, don't delay. Chevy Red Tag offers January 2nd. Hurry, as these Red Tag offers won't last forever. Stop by your local Chevy dealers today and see why many drivers are choosing Chevrolet these days. Explore the Red Tag offers. It's a great way to end the year. Get a great deal. Start the new year in a brand new Chevrolet. Red Tag savings in January 2nd. See your local South Florida Chevy dealers today.
Today's topics are Hollywood's headlines. Without further ado, here's Hollywood.
All right, Woody, what do you have for us, my man, today?
Well, so here's the thing, Joe. I know we don't usually do headlines on Monday. We usually go around the NFL games. You took care of that in the last segment, and I had a couple of stories that I needed to throw at you that are of the utmost importance.
I like one. If you would please throw it at me.
Friday night.
Oh,
That
made my
thing-
day. Thank you so much.
That thing was.
Now I want to hear your take there, Mr. Conspiracy.
Well, I had money riding on Jake Paul to knock him out. I could tell
Your buddies are all laughing at you about that, but go ahead.
I could tell
Not
after
saying who
about
they
10
were.
seconds. Well, I told my friends it was my lock of the year for 2025. So, Joe, I did not know any of this stuff going in. They used a ring that was larger than a regulation ring.
Yes, they
So
tried
they gave
everything.
him an extra size.
so he
full-
could dance
yeah.
around and try to tackle him by the legs.
It was the most pathetic, most embarrassing. And I don't want to hear any of this like, oh, he's got guts to step in there with that guy.
I didn't
It's
hear
not
that.
guts, it's stupidity.
I didn't hear that. And by the way, I will give him credit for one thing. Somebody told me he's going to make $90 million to that fight.
I'm sure he's making a ton of money.
Netflix, you guys are suckers.
Well, they're not the suckers because I'm guessing a lot of people, that building was full.
What they think was going to happen?
The building was full. I don't know, man.
I watched. You know why I watched? For what
See,
happened.
yeah. Well, he got his face broken.
He
just
did.
like you like. Hey, man, it's just peak stupidity because that guy was in this. This wasn't one of those where like the guy comes in, he's 50 pounds overweight and he's just trying to get a late payday.
No.
Joshua was there for real.
He did say, he kind of said, I should have knocked him out earlier. I
did.
apologize. I should have knocked his ass out because he is kind of punkish. I should have, but
he was running around in circles.
Yeah.
Right. He was every time Joshua tried to hit him, he would
he
lunge
was
at his
scared to
leg.
death. That thing hurts. When he throws that right, that thing.
So he timed him. Look, man, he was just timing him up, and he finally got him. But it was just so stupid, man. He's lucky he only broke his face, by the way.
Well, let me tell you, in the 5th round, he didn't know who he was either. He
That-
was just standing there.
That looked like we could have had an Apollo Drago situation in that thing.
I don't know, man.
Someone's gonna get killed in one of these circus fights at some point.
circus fights.
Hey, man, seriously, the guy's
Hey.
215 pounds. The other guy's, I mean, it looked like when Rocky and Drago square,
You know what?
they stand in the ring next to each other. The guy's looking down. That's what it looked like.
He needs to go back to the UFC fighters who are washed up, or 65-year-old
Like
former
Anderson
boxers.
Silva, who was on the card, who
Just-
fought that. What was I don't even remember the
I
guy's
don't
name. He
know.
knocked him out.
But
It's just, these
I
things are
don't
so
know what
clownish,
made him
man.
decide one of the strongest knockout punch guys we have as a heavyweight. You decide. Oh my God, the one he took, the one that ended it. Oh my God, it would have knocked me into La La Land too.
I think he was. I mean, he looked like he looked
Oh.
over. He was smiling. I don't know.
Well,
what
he was smiling,
thinking,
but
I don't think he
yeah.
knew where he
No,
was.
he didn't know anything except showtime. All right, whatever. We spent way too much on that guy. Anyway,
I know.
how about all those people paid that money to go to that arena, go down here to Lone Depot?
Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Yeah.
Is that where?
Yeah, it was at
No, I'm
the
just
Heat
joking.
Arena.
I'm joking.
It's okay.
Sorry about
You
that.
got your
I had the wrong
stadiums
one.
mixed up.
No, because
By the way, they
Goldie
probably could have filled the baseball
Don't
stadium.
worry. Hey, man, Goldie's, they're getting ready for that classic,
The
man.
hockey.
It's going to be great.
I am very intrigued to see how that works. By the way.
It's going to be packed.
Oh, I know it's completely sold out. Tickets are very expensive. But what is it today? 80 degrees? 85 degrees?
I don't know. Good day for tennis. But anyway, what else
It
you
is
got?
a good day for
Good
tennis,
day.
but you don't have to play on ice though.
No, it's a good day for tennis.
All right.
Don't mess with my weather.
Did you want to touch on the college football playoff? The
Yes.
group of fives did not go well.
This is why the big conferences are going to start complaining about those teams being in. Notre Dame hasn't said anything because that AD already sounded like an ass clown by his complaints about disappointment with the commissioner. But yeah, the big conference are going to complain for what just took place.
By the way, I got to show you this. This is on TMZ. They got pictures of Jake Paul in the hospital, and apparently he got some teeth removed, and he has 2 titanium plates on each side of his face.
Oh,
Says he can only have liquids for 7 days. Again, this is just—it's so stupid. Like,
you want to hear something crazy?
Like, I don't know.
You want to hear something crazy? You know how many people probably do that for a $90 million payday?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. I was going to bring that up.
Yes, I'd probably let Anthony Joshua punch me in the face for $90 million too.
We hit him more than once because he got up and decided, let's go one more round and let's see if you can completely shatter my face. Anyway.
Well, I don't know what that ref was doing too, by the way. A lot of those.
He didn't like him either. I
don't
think. I don't know. What else you got?
All right. Speaking of fights,
too much
Joe,
time on him.
Speaking of fights, we had DK Metcalf punched a fan in the face. It looked like in Detroit. Looked like he certainly made enough contact there that he's. What'd
the fan do to him?
I'm guessing he said something pretty horrific.
How did he get so close to him? I didn't see
leaning right over the railing, right behind the bench. He's leaning right over. It's a tough one here, man, because I know people say ridiculous things to these guys, and they are people as well.
There's just so much.
Can't strike the fans.
So much
man.
security. I agree.
You got to walk away. You got to be the bigger man there and walk away.
Yeah, he's probably had 7 beers and you haven't. Yeah. Well, it doesn't give you a right to be an idiot if he said something.
No. The fan is not right for doing that. But DK Metcalf's going to.
I don't know what happened, Woody. I'm sitting here talking about something I didn't see it or hear what he said, she said, and all that stuff.
Doesn't matter though what I said. But,
anyway, what else you have there before we decide to put a guy in jail?
I'll not put him in jail, but the NFL is going to put him in jail, I would imagine. Yeah.
See what happens. They got that win. That's all they cared about. What's that? Their 3rd straight win. We're right in the middle of it.
Well, it's always good when you get the Dolphins. That's a get-right game, as they call it. We had one more for you, Joe. Michael Jordan's NBA debut tickets. We had 4 of them sold over the weekend here. Almost $1 million for all of them combined.
Oh, man.
If you would have held on to your ticket, Joe, from 1984. They played the Bullets, Washington Bullets.
I didn't get to see any of those games, Woody. I did go back to the old Miami Arena, though, with MJ.
I know your famous story about
tough ticket to get, too.
Mm-hmm.
That was a tough ticket to get. Hey,
did you do something last week? Because someone's asked about Jamie's date from the weekend.
So
what
Jamie,
did you?
No. I Jamie won't mind if I tell this story because I asked him.
He may mind if you tell it, but
I asked him
if you could tell it on the air.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he's been swiping hard. God bless him. I love this kid. He goes after it, and no doesn't bother him. He's going to be fine in this swiping world. He can get 9 no's, or some of the girls are nice and go, oh, maybe we can get together later. So he had one give him 2. What was it? Jamie gave you 2 excuses.
Well, first I canceled on her, and then later in the week she canceled on me, and then we kind of fizzled, and it doesn't look like it's going anywhere.
Yeah, but you're moving on.
Yeah. No, we move forward. It's all good.
How often do you go hunting on the?
Well, it depends. I mean,
on the app.
If I don't have a lot going on, I'll be more active. But if I'm busier, then
are you getting bites though on a regular basis?
Yeah,
and maybe
there's fish. There's fish around the boat.
And you're not interested with some of them because you don't like what you see.
Well, yeah, some of them, yes. Some of them I am interested in. It's a jungle in there, Joe. It's a jungle. And I'm trying to just maneuver my way through the jungle and figure things out.
Is it big girls, or are you getting a little bit of everything, or what are you going through?
What is with you?
Don't worry about it. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him. Don't worry about it.
You love this, but you love living through everyone else.
I'm just looking for some good-looking girls, ideally in their 20s, and
you're not looking for it, quick hit though, right? You're not doing a hit and a quit. Don't do those.
None of that. I'm a good guy. I'm a gentleman, Joe.
You go out on a few dates and see.
Yeah.
That's a lie. You just absolutely lied to me.
Take them out to a nice place. Absolutely. Treat them with
respect.
You just
lied to me, bro.
No lying.
He's going to start putting up Monroe type numbers, and then you'll be excited.
Nobody comes close to the Monroe County.
Yeah.
I don't know Monroe well enough.
Monroe County, and by the way, top notch.
But I do all right, Joe.
No, I'm sure you do. I'm not saying you have to go. second or third tier. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying
Second
Hey,
or third tier.
we got to go to break here. We got the 8 o'clock hour coming up.
Out there in there in tiers.
Omar Kelly is
He does well for himself.
don't worry about Omar. He
He's
just
good.
falls in love with him. He can't just
That's true.
falls in love with him.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Tough.
we got to go to break. I don't want to get in Omar's. I want to hear what Omar had to say after yesterday. We'll have that for you. Stay with us. 8 o'clock hours coming up.
Brad Evans here to help.
.com. Starting with the Dolphins, who were blown out by the Bengals 45-21. Next up, Miami hosts the Bucks on Sunday. Over to Hoops and the Heat, who fell to the Knicks 132-125. Miami will now return home to take on the Raptors tomorrow night. And the Hurricanes closed out non-conference play with a 105-67 win over North Florida. Miami will open up ACC play when they host Pitt on the 30th. The Joe Rose Show continues now. And it is time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood Hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com. Joe?
All right. Guy that's seen everything since the start of this season, Omar Kelly from the Miami Herald. And boy, Omar, we got a lot to get to, my man, is before we get to Christmas and everything else. What's going on at halftime? I'll just start with that one before we get to Quinn Ewers. What is going on at halftime? The last two games, almost identical as far as down a little bit, but in the game, and second half just looked lost on both sides of the ball.
Coming out flat, I guess. I don't make this magical halftime adjustments. I don't think that's what's happening inside the building. But you do talk about it. You do talk about the game plan. You do talk about keeping energy levels high, and that's just something that this Dolphins team hasn't been able to do. And they've known that this is an issue all season and still haven't fixed it. And that's one of the stunning things and one of the most disappointing things about the 2025 season. Yeah.
Hey, so Quinn Ewers, 10 for 12 in the first half, 109 yards, and then the turnover started coming. Do you really believe he gives the team the best chance to win, as coach said?
No, but I understand why the move is made. Does he give the team the best chance to win? No. And I realized last night the team, from a player standpoint, hope that this will blow over and that this is just something that, is mom and dad are just mad at one another. They don't know that mom and dad are getting divorced, and somebody has to come out and flat out tell them. And I think they're trying, but I don't think the team knows mom and dad are getting divorced.
So let me ask you more about that. I was wondering, what's been the reaction you think of the team when they found out Tua? I don't know how they read it. He'd been benched, but maybe for good.
Mm-hmm.
How'd they take that last week?
Hard. I think the funny thing is, Joe, the same way Tua got the team is the same way Tua lost the team. Surprised and blindsided. It was pretty much how the team reacted in 2020 when he became the starter, replacing Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Right.
People understood. People didn't like it. They didn't support it, but they understood it, and they went along what their team was doing.
So here's the crazy part about Omar. They must see, I haven't talked to any of them, but they must see that he wasn't playing well. I know he can act the part of a leader, and I'm going to talk to the guys, but his play is not leadership quality, man. What happened? Do you agree with that?
His play is not leadership quality. His play was bad. They are realizing and have concluded that teams were changing the way they played him just because it was him, and they didn't have to defend him a certain way because it was him. However, as it was explained to me yesterday, this whole offense is built around him. This whole team is built around him. He could actually execute it when he's good. And when he's good and he's confident. And unfortunately, he isn't good and he's not confident. But we haven't spent any time getting these other dudes prepared.
No.
So what are we doing?
Yeah, by the way, Quinn Ewers, well, I tried to make it a point for 3 hours yesterday that. I was afraid this was going to happen when you've been with the practice squad all year and you practice half speed for a total of maybe an hour for
and
2 days, and then you're supposed to go out and hit
yeah.
guys on corner routes and man-to-man, right?
Yeah, that's stunning, and I'm glad that he played as well as he did in the first half, but eventually eventually that real defense, they're gonna realize, like, hey, this is a different speed level here. Yeah. We'd actually move faster.
Yeah. Hey, so what's your take? Zach Wilson going to get a chance to play at all unless there's an injury? Will they go, hey, let's give Zach a shot, or no?
No, I don't think so. And based on what I heard yesterday, I don't think that's going to ever happen, because supposedly he let it be known that he's, very disappointed and upset of what's happening.
To the point that it turned the team off. Yeah, he should be disappointed. I mean, you're the backup now. The number 3 guy that's been on practice squad just jumped ahead of you. Yeah.
I mean, it's a poop show, Joe. It's a poop show, and Teron Armstead has a podcast, and Teron Armstead put in his podcast that he hopes that it can be reconciled. He hopes this problem can be fixed, and everybody can get back to kumbaya, and mom and dad are not getting a divorce.
So Teron's still pushing for the Tua coming back. He and Mike making up or something, or
yeah. And here's the thing, I realized, and after the game, after the dust has settled, people at their home, and they're allowed to talk, and nobody's over their shoulder. No offense, Renzo, and they could say whatever they want to say.
Yeah.
That was a sentiment that a lot of people had on the team, like, this is going to blow over.
Wow.
Mom and dad are just mad at each other. And the reality is, Joe, the team is sending the message. This isn't a mom and dad will blow over. This is over. We're getting a divorce.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, so let me ask you, Mike, we've been getting a lot of stuff, and yesterday, second bad loss, getting blown out, fourth quarter of both games, you could put in backups, the other team's putting in backups. Is Mike in trouble, or is he just completely 100% safe as far as you know?
Oh, my God. These reports about Mike being safe drive me insane. How could he possibly be safe? Especially now. Yes, you're doing what the owner, wink, wink, didn't ask you to do, but maybe encouraged you to do. But just because you are, that doesn't mean you need to be embarrassed. Because that was an embarrassing loss yesterday.
Yes, it was. I mean, it was. Say no more.
Probably more embarrassing than the Cleveland loss. Probably more embarrassing than the Indianapolis loss. That was we didn't even need to play the fourth quarter.
No. They just came out. Joe Flacco handed the ball off for a couple of drives and said, let's get out of here. Yeah. No.
Yeah. We did it, and everybody's celebrating the one time Quinn Ewers and the offense was able to rally down the field and score a touchdown. Props. Good. Great. Okay. Because, that's good. We haven't seen that very often. So, it's encouraging. But let's be real about this. It was a poor performance, as most rookie. As rookie Dolphin debuts go, it's about in the John Beck category. So anybody who sits here and tells you that, like, oh, it's good, he's young, he's going to get better, but this is what we're doing, Joe. This is where we are. And we're going to lie and tell people it gives us a better chance to be competitive and win games and whatnot. No, it doesn't. Yeah. It gives you a better chance to do what you really want to do, which is be in that top 10 of the NFL draft.
Yeah, well, we're flirting with that right now. So let me ask you, is this? Are we back to just now, like, pretty much I mean, play the young guy, but you're going to be limited what you can do to have chances to win with this guy, especially if you stop our run, and then we're going to be in that. But I'm wondering, is it all about getting a quarterback, right? It's about let's give this thing another shot.
What you mean?
Draft a quarterback for the Dolphins and try to.
I don't know if they're limiting any option, because one, we don't even know which quarterbacks are coming out. We don't know how good those quarterbacks are. We don't know what position they'll be in. But I think a team at the top of the draft, probably the Giants or Tennessee, is going to be willing to trade that pick.
Yes.
And it certainly helps when you have desirable assets that they might be interested in. Now, I don't know what desirable assets the Dolphins have, but it certainly starts with getting a top 10 pick in the draft.
Yeah. Hey, one thing about it, I guess Mike was a little frustrated with the running game. He was blaming the running game yesterday. Is that he said we weren't blocking well, and the other thing was at halftime, I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to get to the bottom of it. Why we're so bad in the third quarter.
Dude, that's you. Like, nobody's. I mean, and that's the thing. Mike takes responsibility for a lot of things. Like, halftime's you, man. That's on you. That's on nobody else but you. Who else is halftime on, Joe?
No, head coach is the guy I used to hear. That's all I remember is Don Shula getting up there after guys all came back and got done going to the restroom and grabbing a drink or grabbing a cigarette for half the team, and then getting back with the coach for his message, good or bad.
Mm-hmm. No beers at halftime back in your era? No.
No beer. No cigarettes. Only secondary smoke because of Bruce Hardy. He smoked like a pack at halftime, and Stroke got after him pretty good back in that time. But no, it was sodas. It was sodas back then. Throw down sodas at halftime. Yeah. Sodas. Okay, but after the game, then it switched over to beer. I don't even remember barely drinking any water. I did go for that strong Gatorade, though. They used to make it super strong.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, super strong in those things. I mean, if they're supposed to put one package of powder, they put two, because that stuff was strong.
It's and now the kids not the kids, players just drink Pedialyte.
Yeah, so right. No, they got advanced on us. Yeah, no question about it. Hey, so it's still about taking care of HN, like all this stuff. When we start talking about a little bit, I mean, he makes another like ridiculous run yesterday, which he seems to do once a game now. That's still a priority, right? No matter how bad things are, no matter the lack of money that we have for next year, we still have to find a way to get him done. Yes?
I guess so. It's hard to predict what's going to happen because you have no idea who's going to be in charge.
Do you think Champ's still in good shape to get the GM job, or I'm not sure how this is going to work. Is he going to go through the whole process of the draft and then they'll look? Because it's kind of late in the ball game to be looking for somebody, I think.
So, what do you mean, late in the ball game to be looking for a GM?
For another GM to just come in and he's got to work with the guys that Chris's guys, and I'm not sure how it's going to work.
But when GMs get hired, Joe, don't they get hired after the season and then have to go through the season and evaluate the talent with what they have and wherever they've been, and maybe they get to hire one guy to come with them, and they do that until they put together their staff. I mean, we're gonna do, Joe. The sad thing is, history says we're gonna do things half measures, because that's what history says.
Yes.
Despite this man being one of the best businessmen of this era, when it comes to building cities and building structures, and he knows how to build things properly. Every time we're trying to build an NFL franchise, we do things half measure.
Yeah, it's incredible what's going on. I agree. I walked out of there yesterday and I saw what you wrote, and I was like, I don't know. People are asking me as you go out, because I'm parking out in the middle of everybody like you do, and I'm like, hey, I don't know what to tell you. So I'm disappointed with the way we played again, but what are we going to do? I go, I don't know, man. Somebody from the organization will have to tell you, because I'm not sure they know right now what they're going to do.
No, I don't. I don't think it's responsible to listen to these mouthpieces for the networks who unilaterally tell you the same thing where it's coming from. Well, oh, Mike is safe. Okay, Mike is safe. Mike has been giving reassurances. Okay, so I guess 2 more blowouts, and we'll. I mean, clearly losing is what we're trying to do right now. We're getting it together, but you realistically believe that this is going to get better if you bring back the head coach? And I don't even know Champ Kelly. I'm trying to get to know him. I can't even begin to judge him. In the middle of this trauma. Like, you get handed a team in the middle of a traumatic state.
Yeah.
And I'm expecting you to do what with it?
Omar, thank you, man. I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna be watching, but I'm with you. I don't know what to say. I have no words for it. By the way, I think the defense is affected by the way the offense played yesterday. I thought they didn't look like their old selves yesterday to me. That group didn't. I know they played better offensive talent, but and they had some good matchups. They did a good job running backs on linebackers in the passing game. And one-on-one.
You know what happened?
Yeah.
You know what happened, Joe? There were instances where Quentin Bell and Cameron Good were on the field together.
That's
as
true.
The pass rushers.
That was a lot of that. That's a good point.
Doing their thing. And you know what, Joe? If that's what we're doing, we know what the outcome is.
You're right. One guy should be running on a special teams, and the other guy got moved up because another veteran. So, yeah, I got you. Hey, Omar, thank you so much, bud. I appreciate it.
All right. Joe.
Hang in there. Omar Kelly, Miami Herald Dolphins columnist. Little down and out today. Omar is hurting a little bit today, man. I would love to hear what the game plan is. I would love to know, folks. I wish I knew. I'm not the favorite child over there, so I would not know and don't expect to be the first one to know at that. Hey, I do know a thing or two about Chapman Partnership for the holiday season. Yeah, getting ready to make a donation over there because I believe in what they're doing. I always believe in Chapman Partnership. And if you're going through some good times in your life right now and you want to start giving back, especially during the holiday season, this is for the homeless and the rehabilitation of homeless. This is not just Chapman Partnership is not just grab a bite to eat and hit the streets all night or grab a shower and then hit the streets all night. No, it's about rehabilitation. Chapman Partnership has helped more than 800 people in their 2 facilities right now, providing so many different things. They're changing lives daily in our community, providing caring support, all these wraparound services. And we're celebrating the end of our 30th anniversary here. 30 years, 3 decades. Chapman is assisting over 145,000 individuals and families to take care of this homeless issue that they go through. The rehabilitation's 3 to 4 months, and helping you with mental health and all the other things that people need help with when it comes to being homeless for a long time. And then on top of that, it's about helping you get back straight and going get a job and find an apartment. They just do all these great services they have, man. They got a lot of success stories. And again, it's a big problem we have in Dade and Broward County. Join me in WQM to show support for one of my favorite charities during this holiday season. Any level of support is impactful to help us. And if things are good in your life and you'd like to give, knowing that your money is going 100% to Chapman Partnership, and Bam, thank you, brother. Always doing great work. Bam Adebayo, the leader of the pack. ChapmanPartnership.org. You can donate. You can give your time. You can do both with ChapmanPartnership.org. Thank you so much. basically 4 straight times with a 4th down stop. Turn it over on downs there. But fumble and interception. And last week, it was the third quarter, and last week's third quarter was a disaster, one of the worst I can ever remember. Minus 20 yards to 160 yards for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But if you wondered what a franchise quarterback looks like, you got to see it yesterday with Joe Burrow, who they're saying Woody is unhappy and kind of that people thought, he's kind of insinuating he wants out. You saw Joe Burrow throw and play yesterday. I wouldn't let him go, man. I'm doing everything I can to keep him by getting a better team around him because the guy.
Dolphins trade the next 10 years worth of first-round picks for him. I'd be happy with that deal.
I don't think you could.
I just want somebody to play that position that is relatively competent at this point, man.
Listen, until we get that taken care of.
They haven't got it taken care of since Dan
No,
Marino
we
played.
haven't. No, we haven't. You're right. I'm starting to wonder if we'll ever.
I mean, you're gonna have one shot essentially here, right? To try to hit. You're gonna get a top 10 pick, and you'll have one shot.
If Dan Marino, I'm just begging this organization to listen and at least have him have a lot of impact. If we end up, which we could, if we play like this, we'll probably have a top 6 or 7 or 8 pick.
Mm-hmm.
We're probably going to have to move up a little bit. As you said so well, talking about a couple teams that have lost a lot of games that aren't going to be looking for a quarterback, including Cam Ward's team. They will not be looking for a quarterback. Go out if you think you have the guy and he's there. I'll take growing pains with a guy if he's got the physical talent. And if that happens to be a guy from Oregon, guy from Indiana, then let's do it. If it's one of those 2 schools, like everybody's telling me, those are the top 2 guys, and they look like they have a chance to be franchise quarterbacks, let's do it. Somebody gets paid over there to evaluate. I know Dan knows what they look like.
You realize it's weird that you even have to beg them to take him, take his information.
He's involved. He's involved some,
but come on, man. And here's the thing, Joe. Nobody knows necessarily if the guy's going to translate physically right to the next level,
right?
But at least a guy like Dan Marino knows what the makeup of a quarterback should be, right? He knows what the personality, all that kind of stuff, what goes into that.
Yes.
That's what I would want his advice on. Find a guy that's made up like him. This guy that you had playing quarterback for the last 6 years is one of the his personality, John. Again, I don't need a dog pile on the guy, but it's embarrassing.
He turned
find a guy that Dan Marino thinks I see some of myself in that guy.
Yeah, he has found a way to turn off. I'm guessing most of the fan base that he had, fan base of his fans. There were some that were never committed to him the whole way through, just didn't see enough and thought the arm and the lack of athletic ability was too small, everything that.
Yeah, but there were some moments where things looked like they were turning for this team. I mean, there was that one season where it looked like.
Yeah, but he had the one problem, the concussion problem, that one hit. Nobody wants a guy you got to worry about one hit to his head. Nobody wants hey, one more hit, that's it. And that's where he is, and that's the way he plays. He plays like he's one hit away. I mean, you can call it whatever you want. Very careful. And you know what? We gave him Joe Burrow money. We gave him Justin Herbert money.
They're going to have to give him Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert money to leave.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Or whatever they're going to do.
Not our problem.
I would love to know, because these guys do want to win, but there definitely was a little something missing with the team.
Someone asked if
yesterday.
Dan was there when they drafted Tua. Because it wasn't Dan there when they drafted Tua.
I honestly, I know a lot, and I can't say anything. I'm not going to say anything.
Okay.
I'm not. He's my friend, and I'm not going to say anything.
Very fair.
I'm not ruining relationships over these, whatever this thing is they're doing. my friendship with him, I wouldn't just not. There's
Yeah.
no reason to bring up anything. He's there as though they want him to look at tape. I'm sure he talks, or if somebody wants to ask him a question about a coverage, he obviously has seen it. The coverages have not changed through the years. They do all the same things. They just have different terminology. The blitzes are the same. You can only do so many things in football. You can only do so many things. Now, we do some creative stuff with motions and formations, but he's seen it all at this point in his life.
I just wonder if, did Tua blow them away when he did? And they must have interviewed him 1,000 times.
How can he blow anybody away? He was the whole time he was rehabbing his hip. The whole time.
The thing, they must have done a ton of due diligence on Tua. Whether they knew what they were doing or not, they still must have spent a lot of time with the guy, right?
I think Chris listened a lot to Nick, who he respects a lot. He's told me that. I don't know a lot. I know a couple things. Chris listens to his head coaches, and Chris loved Alabama.
Yeah, but you can't take Nick Saban. What do you think Nick Saban's going to say? But you think he's going to dog the guy?
No.
You going to rip him?
No, he's sitting there going undefeated.
Yeah. You think Nick's going to say, hey, the guy, honestly, he can't play. He's a dope, and don't draft him?
Yeah,
he's not going to do that. Come on.
It's
this guy.
Yes. By the way, you got to be a dumbass to think if a coach would say, hey, I'm a little worried about this or that.
Oh, and you don't think it would ever get back?
Yes. No, wait, say it.
They find out that the college coach is ripping his players. No one to play for him.
Everybody was mad about Deion Jordan that we didn't know everything about him. The coaches, that's not his job.
Great.
Same deal.
Okay.
Hey, told you he's a freakish athlete. I wasn't lying. I didn't tell you everything else about him. Hey, we got to go to break here, man. A lot more stuff to get to here this morning as we continue on. Quinn Ewers, starting quarterback yesterday, okay to start with. And then lack of experience. Let's put it nicely. Lack of experience yesterday didn't help him. He's not the guy, though, for next year. I don't know what it's going to look like the next two games with two hungry teams trying to get to the playoffs, but can he be a backup? Can he be on the team? Yes, I expect he will be. Hey, I'll tell you about Baptist Health South Florida, a great sports medicine program they have put together. I called an all-star lineup. I wish our football team could figure it out the way we have with our doctors and the specialists they have put together to make it one of the top sports medicine programs in the country. Where do the pros go? Inter Miami, the Heat, the Panthers, the Miami Dolphins all trust the great team doctors as well as all the specialists to take care of all of their teams. For the knee, they've got specialists for the knee, anything with the knee, shoulder, foot and ankle specialists, hand specialists, back, hip and knee replacement doctors, even Achilles doctors. Hey, man, we got you covered. Any kind of injury in a team or individual sport you've had, it's not just high school, college, and professional athletes. It's for all of us. With great facilities all over Dade and Broward, Doctors Hospital in Coral Gables, Hard Rock Stadium right next to the training facility, and 595 and Pine Island in Plantation. Visit BaptistHealth.net/ortho. One go every day. One go every day. You know what it is? Get you healthy, back out playing the sports you love the most.
WQAM broadcasting live from the Ed
All right, some good news and some bad news here. We haven't even gotten to the Panthers or the Heat. But ugly, whatever happens at halftime, it looks competitive on Monday Night Football against the Steelers in the first half. And it looked competitive in the first half against Cincinnati yesterday, who still has a worse record than we do. But they got Big Joe Burrow back. A little different feel to it over the last few weeks with him back. But that was a bad news. You got blown out there in three quarters. The good news is the Miami Hurricanes, first time, best team, by the way, clearly in 20-plus years. Nobody would argue that, but what a win. You're a Canes fan? And you've been through hell. You Canes fans feel a little bit like Dolphin fan. I can't even imagine being both. If you're a Canes/Dolphins fan, we have put you through hell for 20 years. Oh my gosh, you got to love football to go through that.
Do you realize the Canes won a playoff game before the Dolphins?
Yeah. Well, listen.
The playoffs only been in existence for, a handful
Well,
of years?
the fact that they got this thing back and what Mario wanted this thing to look like and to get it there, building it through the line of scrimmage on both sides and bringing in more skilled players and just all around what he's been able to do.
How about that hire of Corey Heatherman? Where does that rank?
Jeez,
man.
That ranks right up there. But I got to tell you, man, I know a lot of people like to hear this, but it starts with Joe and it starts with Mario. The success of this thing, President Joe.
Big Joe, big horse.
And the big horse, the president of the university, his commitment to sports. And the second thing is the hiring of Mario Cristobal. And then you start feeding into it. Then you start talking about coaching staff, and you're right. Your coordinators are pretty damn good. Heatherman has been just what he's doing, the way he uses players, giving them the best chance. Hey, they've got that story about a guy coming back that was injured, and we thought he was going to be done for the year. I didn't know. You never know. You know, they don't exactly tell us right away he's going to be done or not. But for Keontae Scott to come back and have 10 tackles, 2 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, and his tackling, that when they bounce outside or they throw a swing pass and it's just, you know, they're a real shifty guy. He just takes him down. He doesn't just tackle him, he physically takes him. Just great in open field tackling, which not all guys can do. Bryce Fitzgerald, they had so many great stories in that game. So many. We're going to have Mario Cristobal join us less than an hour from now. Had him on, and you can hear what he had to say about the stops. But defensively, it was about as good a defense as you can play. They give up 89 yards on the ground, 2.5 average, 3 takeaways, 7 sacks, just incredible. And they get in a situation where they give up a broken play. He never really said it was a broken coverage or something. The guy catch a 67-yard pass, 67-yard play or something like that. They don't score on that drive. They don't score. They block the kick. Ruben Bain blocks that kick. And then you have the turnover late in the game. You're thinking, oh, my God, Malachi fumbles the ball. Guy makes a great play, strips him from behind, going to be a first down. And you're thinking, oh, my God. And they hold him, force him to punt. Ruben Bain, again, makes huge plays. Just unbelievable how well Ruben Bain played in this game. And then you go on this great drive at the end of the game on the road with the crowd as loud as it can be. You march right down the field with Fletcher and Tony. Mark Fletcher just has a game of his life, running the ball, breaks a long run, maybe his longest run of his career. Strong. And then Malachi, the American Heritage Plantation guys, man, doing it. We call it the American Heritage Plantation Drive because the two of them, and by the way, Malachi was down. I noticed Mark Fletcher's the first guy over there in his face as a American Heritage Plantation guy himself, just make sure he didn't get down.
That fumble was, it's tough to give the guy too hard of a time about that one, right? He barely had the ball, Joe.
Well, he had
the guy
it.
had his hand in there the second.
Malachi
he
wasn't thinking about going down. Malachi is always thinking about big plays, and they don't want to change.
Came back the next drive, though.
Anyway, listen, that was.
How about that last drive, though? That for the defense, they get all the way down.
Torrey makes a great hit on the goal line to free the ball, incomplete pass, and then play in between out of the end. So a guy catches the ball, but he couldn't get his foot down in inbounds. And then, of course, you got a rookie. I did it. You got a true freshman that makes an interception, makes a great play on a tight end route, starts out and slants back inside to get some, tries to get some separation in there, and he cuts in front of it, and that's ball game. So you have two freshmen win the game on a touchdown and interception, two true freshmen from this class. And just amazing.
You know what's crazy, too? I was talking about this with Joe yesterday. If they go all the way, they're going to play an NFL schedule.
Yeah, I did. We did mention that. Nobody feels badly now that they're all getting paid, though.
Yeah, but I mean, do they get I don't think there's a playoff bonus. Is there?
No, they keep making money. They must get extra money for the games, the playoff games, I would think.
I have no idea how that works, but as far as like just the physical aspect of it, like that is a long season for a college team.
Yes. So you play 12, you play
the regular 12.
Then you
how about the teams that play in
a
a conference championship game?
And you
can play a conference championship game in 4 playoff games.
Yeah, that's an NFL schedule. That comes out to 17. What are you worried about that today? We're going to talk about that with this whole thing. I thought you were.
I hope they do play the NFL.
No, listen,
schedule,
man, I hope so too.
I just think it's crazy. By the way, think about the road to get to Miami. Like you got to go through Texas A&M, Ohio State, Georgia, probably, just to get to Miami.
We got next game down here, right? For Texas Tech. They're playing their game. Here. Texas Tech and Oregon, maybe. Does that sound right?
And then we get the national championship game.
So Orange Bowl's all set up for a couple of nice games to go, and we can finally this week against Tampa Bay here finally end this thing, put it to an end for our fan base at home, and then go up to New England, and
people will be pleased to see this season come to an end, huh?
They just want to know what's going on. Somebody's going to have to stand up there and tell the truth of what we're doing here, man. I don't know.
We don't know what we're doing. I
don't know what we're doing at quarterback. I don't know what we're doing at head coach. I don't know what we're doing at general manager. Got an interim title on one. I don't know about the head coach. I don't know actually if the quarterback's going to be back or not. Everybody's throwing out. NFL Network's getting stuff. Some people are telling me they're getting it from the team. I don't.
There's no world where they keep Mike, right? I know they said earlier that he was likely to come back next year, but you either rebuild it or you don't.
Yeah. It's hard to take 2 out of 3 and not take the guy in the middle. It's unless they're seeing stuff that they believe, from leadership to what he's doing, what he's learned, I don't know. I always think Mike McDaniel will have an offensive coordinator job. Always. But I'm tired of hearing about leadership, and I'm tired of hearing about the leadership council and whatever size it is. I don't even know. Somebody told me it's 15 guys. I was like, 15 guys? 15 guys? I don't know if 15 guys should be leading the group. I don't know if there's 15 good players to do that.
And a lot of text on this game from Saturday here. Someone said A&M shouldn't have poked the Bane.
By the way,
stupid.
How does he feel? I'm dying to see where he gets drafted, because apparently was the offensive lineman of the year. They had the pass rusher. By the way, he got a hall pass, but at least he kept his mouth shut. He didn't say much, did he? The pass rusher.
Maui
Noah just blocked his ass.
Bane had some
Maui Noah
comments after the game. I like
Maui Noah just kind of dropped back, and he was like, "You don't think you're going to run me over, do you?" He's really good.
Someone said it was a nerve-wracking, beautiful game on Sunday.
It was.
Saturday. That game, by the way, that was about a stressful football game.
I was throwing F-bombs.
Oh my God,
I
man.
was throwing F-bombs in there. I
Those
got
kicks
them all
started
out of my
missing.
system, so there weren't any needed for yesterday.
Because doubt starts to creep in, right? When you start missing all those kicks and you're like, my God, at some point, Texas A&M is going to capitalize on something, right?
Well, the guy finally, they put the backup kicker. He makes one, and you're like, oh no. But I got to tell you, the Malachi thing, I went, oh no, we're asking this defense one more time. One more time.
It felt like at some point they were going to break.
One more time. I wanted to hear what their coach had to say. He's got a pretty big personality, and he just said they kicked our butts on the line of scrimmage. To hear that. We don't usually hear that, right? The Canes, it was a long time since people said, yeah, they were just better than us on both sides of the ball in the line of scrimmage. Their front seven killed us, and their starting five on the offensive line, just the holes for Fletch to run through. They really opened for inside running. That was impressive. Very, very impressive to see what they're able to do. Anyway, apparently it's been a while since people have done that to Texas A&M. I don't think they were really used to that. I'll tell you what, 9 o'clock hour is coming up. We got a lot more stuff to get to here, including some Heat stuff as well as some Panthers. Get you caught up. The Heat quietly played yesterday, because of all the football going on. But another loss for them. We'll have a little bit there. And the Panthers as well. We'll talk about that. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment.
Today's topics are sponsored
update is brought to you by Doral Kia, home of the Pricito. Our lowest price visits at Doral Kia, DoralKia.com, starting with the Dolphins, who were blown out by the Bengals, 45-21. Quinn Ewers won 20 of 30, 260 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Next up, Miami hosts the Bucs on Sunday. Over to Hoops and the Heat, who fell to the Knicks 132-125. Miami will now return home to take on the Raptors tomorrow night. And the Hurricanes closed out non-conference play with a 105-67 win over North Florida. Miami will open up ACC play when they host Pitt on the 30th. A lot of things going well in Coral Gables right now, Joe.
Yeah, things are good, man. Things are great, actually. Boy, it's been a long time. Long time. Isn't it amazing? I did a show the other day and talking about we spent a week or two. Are we going to get in? It's a long shot. Everybody's going to be bummed out. Some of you stayed really positive, which I wasn't one of them. I said, I don't think it looks good. Notre Dame and Alabama are going to go ahead of us. We're going to get screwed, and Notre Dame always gets the benefit of the doubt. And then you went right from that to like you went like, okay, we got Texas A&M on the road. Oh my God, it's going to be a tough game, and so they get in and they win their first game.
And it was a tough game, by the way. That was a war, man.
So that's a really good Texas A&M team.
Fantastic. Yeah.
They're in the SEC. Yeah. They lost one game.
Yes.
Lost to Texas in the rivalry game. That's it. But, boy, they got after him. A great game plan, by the way. Great game plan. And then sacked him 7 times. That offensive line, one of the strengths of Texas A&M's team through the year. They're like, wow, we haven't seen this. We thought we saw this at practice every day. They're bragging about their guy. And now we know it just took their guy and just said, here, enjoy your day.
Amazing, man.
Yeah,
they led the country in sacks.
Yeah.
Texas A&M coming into that game.
Yeah, incredible stuff. And
I think Miami's got a great shot against Ohio State.
They got a chance.
I think they got more than a chance. They're coming in as pretty big underdogs, right? Double-digit underdogs. But Ohio State's going to have damn near a month off, Joe.
They do.
I don't know how much of an advantage or disadvantage that is, but
well, you get guys healthy.
I don't know, man.
A lot of it.
Long layoff.
A lot of it is how hard you prepare, getting back and staying sharp. But they got a lot of, everybody's going to talk about this. They got a lot of NFL ready guys, more than anybody else in this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And but you're right. Hey, Indiana. Nobody thought Indiana was going to beat them, and Indiana got after them. They got after them in a low-scoring game.
I just like how this game sets up here, right? They get almost a month off. Miami's underdogs in this game, pretty significant underdogs. I just wonder if Ohio State has that alarm clock doesn't go off for this game, and they take them a little lightly or something like that.
We're going to need the only thing I would say is we're going to need some more Carson Beck. We're going to have to get our receivers.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't rely on the defense giving up 3 points
just
in the next game.
We're going to need some Carson Beck throwing the ball. And I get the wind was blowing. By the way, nobody talked about Trader's wide open going down the sideline. Again, I know the wind runs a great route.
Yeah. Well, there won't be any wind at the
got
next
nice
game.
Separation, and he couldn't hit him on the play.
They're playing indoors.
Playing indoors, no excuses. No excuses. We'll call Dak Prescott ahead of time. He can tell you that don't worry about that.
I think they just got eliminated, didn't they, the Cowboys?
They did.
That's bad for the NFL's business, right?
I don't think anything's bad for their business, man. I know. You're thinking Kansas City.
It's not good. Kansas City.
Well, you don't want any of your guys to get hurt.
Mahomes blowing out his knee and them getting eliminated. That's never good, But you're right. The NFL is not as much of a star-driven league as others.
It's not by market. Like, teams in small markets are some of the most popular teams, led by Green Bay and Buffalo. They do just fine. And their fan base, for such a small area, they travel everywhere. Everywhere.
Well, Buffalo's also got maybe the most fun player to watch in football. Playing quarterback for him.
And he is, I don't know if he did much yesterday, because they ran the ball pretty well. But they won. They won again, and they are trying to still run this Patriots team down here towards the end. And Patriots, nice win for them yesterday against Buffalo. That was impressive. Hey, real quickly, talking about the Heat, they've now lost 7 of 8 games Jalen Brunson yesterday was unbelievable. 47 points for him. Khalil Ware, though, 28 and 19, hit 5 3-point shots. But the Heat now back to 15 and 14 on the season. As you said, tomorrow they've got Toronto at home. And the Panthers have won 7 of 9. Didn't play well in the back-to-back, the second part of it. But this thing's really interesting. Marchand, Reinhardt, Verhaeghe, Lundell, and Bennett are all playing really well. It is a front-loaded team, but they're going to need some help. And they're not getting a whole lot from a lot of the back end of these guys. So we'll see how it goes. 19, 14, and 2 got themselves when you win as much as they have here recently. Had some great wins. Had a great comeback win the other night against Carolina, down 3-0, and able to come back and get 2 points in that game. So good stuff there. Lot of good news going on here. And then of course we got the Miami Dolphins we've been talking about. Quinn Ewers. I don't know. What I thought he'd do. I wasn't expecting. I thought they're going to have a big running game. They did not have a big running game. I mean, you look at. We always, by the way, you ever notice we look at Achan's numbers, whether it's 12 carries or 20 carries, and it's always a good game for him. Had another really nice long run for a touchdown early in the game. Just outran everybody after he made a great move on a safety. But just in a situation where Quinn Ewers got to throw the ball, it's just not ideal going forward. I just hope this doesn't affect the defense, who was playing a lot better. And then all of a sudden, last week we started to see it in Monday Night Football, and then it continued, giving up 400-plus yards in this last game. And Joe Burrow looked really good. He looked like Joe Burrow. The week before, he did not look good. He was sacked twice, but 25 at 32, 309 yards, and 4 touchdowns, and a quarterback rating damn near perfect, 146.5 for him. So we got a lot of work. I don't know what's going on with the Zach Wilson, Quinn Ewers. I don't have any idea, unless they just said Quinn's going to finish this season. And if they do that and you stop the run, we could be in big trouble these last 2 games. We can't run the ball for big yards. We could be in big trouble. And maybe they want to be in big trouble. Maybe they are trying to get a top 7 or 8 pick, as Omar was just talking about. I don't know. I don't like where it is right now. Wasn't too long ago we were talking about the fastest team in football and all those things, and now I don't know what we are. I don't know. We don't have enough talent, number one. Number two, we don't have a quarterback. We don't have a quarterback. That's I can go through the list. Whether you still think Tua's going to make some kind of bounce back in his career physically and everything, I don't think it's going to happen. Second of all, Quinn Ewers is not the answer. I don't think we're going to get a chance to see him play well enough to go. I think he'll be on the roster again next year, but we're talking about trying to find that quarterback, and that quarterback, if you don't get it in the draft, you're probably not going to get it. And how aggressive, if you do really like a quarterback, how aggressive will you be in the upcoming draft to try to get him? If somebody's got the basketballs over there in the front office to say, this guy we think is a franchise quarterback, who's willing to jump up and jump over some people and throw it in and go all in on a quarterback?
The crazy thing is you could trade up and get up there because those teams are not going to be – a few of those teams are not looking for quarterbacks.
Hey, man, I saw a team do it better than anybody. Where Buffalo started and where they ended up.
Yeah.
Getting Josh Allen.
Uh-huh.
Can be done. But
you need the right guy. And I know you think I'm trying to get you to, go down this road with the whole Marino thing, but you need a guy that has his makeup, right? No one can predict if these guys are going to play at the next level.
I hope
that's hard to do. Right?
I hope Champ Kelly.
Josh Allen is a good example of that, by the way, isn't he?
What's that?
Josh Allen was like all over the map when he got in the league. Maybe he got the ball into the bleachers.
By the way, Troy Aikman said he couldn't play if you're a 50% completion guy in college. That's what you can be in the NFL.
Yeah, but personality-wise, the guy's, I mean, he's a football player.
No, he's a
quarterback.
He's got some junk to him. That guy yesterday's got some junk to him, too.
That's what you need. You need a guy who could play the part at least.
I hope before they make the next decision that Dan Marino gets a chance. He won't, not that he's going to take credit. He's not trying to make the head coach look bad or the new GM look bad or anybody look bad. I hope they listen before we draft another quarterback. I hope that he signs off on it. That's all. Hope he does. And I know he hasn't been a scout. I know he hasn't been a coach his whole life. But we let a lot of those people that have do it, and they haven't been able to do it.
It's true.
And honestly, coaches should have limited. If you get the right GM, coaches should have very limited say-so in it. You want them to sign off because they got to coach them. But we don't need any coaches jumping up and down and screaming. You need to show me more doing other stuff before that. And you got a chance to use your jump up and down card on Tua, you're out. You can't do any more with the whole make sure he gets a contract. And I wanted everybody to know, and Tua's thanking him, and now Tua's thanking him going out the door. Said, you just set me up for life, my man.
I just want that guy to sit down with whoever they like, and hey, this guy's got a little bit of me in him. I like this guy's makeup. Look, physically, Joe, who knows, right? I'm guessing Dan will be the first to tell you that it's not an easy thing to do, to see who's going to translate from college to the pros.
I don't know. It sounds like, unless somebody's really smart out there, it sounds like it's coming from Oregon or Indiana. It seems like everybody now believes that those two guys, unless you think the guy at Alabama's one of those guys too. And I don't know either.
But
I don't know.
Thing, man. Nobody knows, but you can sit down with the guy and you can see his makeup. Tua doesn't seem to have a lot of Marino in him.
No, zero.
Yeah, so that's a problem. That's the problem right there.
Danny didn't anticipate throws. Danny doesn't have to throw to a spot.
Yeah, but that's the kind of stuff he can figure out.
He's weatherproof. That's the other thing. Got to get a weatherproof guy.
Oh, you don't say.
Need a weatherproof guy. Hey, enough of that. You guys all knew this stuff, man. You got me going again. He baited me right into it. Hey, we got to go to break. We got a lot more to get to. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment.
Today's topics are sponsored by Local Plumbers 5
Such an idiot.
Wearing on me, bro.
Oh, you're an idiot.
Jeez.
Such an idiot. Such an idiot. You want to change some things around there. I can tell.
No, everything's fine.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to have Mario Cristobal join us here in just a couple of minutes.
How fired up is that?
Oh,
jeez.
should be. Should be.
He did it, man. He did what nobody could do here. Turn this thing around.
Well, now, next thing is you're stepping up from Texas A&M, going to Dallas, and seeing if you can beat Ohio State. And they are big. What do you say? What'd you say the spread is? 9?
So
10,
the Hard Rock app tends to lower the number a little bit in favor of Miami because I'm assuming they get a ton of money in on Miami.
Right.
They're local. And
right. So what's their spread?
I've seen they're at 9.5. I've seen it so they're plus 300 on the money line, Miami. Yeah. And I really do think the Hurricanes have a tremendous shot to win this game. I think there's a lot of things that are playing in their favor, to be quite honest.
Well, I
think
expect you to like
first of all, I think going in as underdogs is great. And I think the fact that you just played a really good team and you still get plenty of time off here, Joe.
Yeah. I get extra,
getting,
extra couple days.
Off.
Yeah. Perfect.
Ohio State's sitting there. They're just sitting around. I don't know that's necessarily great.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what it looks like. It
should have to put up more points.
Should be a great game. Yeah, and you can't go indoors and expect to score 10 points and probably win. I would agree. They've got the big horse on the outside, Jeremiah Smith.
He's good.
He's good from down here.
From what I hear, yeah.
From what you hear or what you've seen?
I heard. No, I've been told he's good. That's okay.
Are you being a smart
no,
ass?
I know.
Okay. I just there you go.
But
again.
we'll figure it out.
I forget your sense of humor sometimes.
We'll figure out a way to shut him down.
Well, listen, that's that. They just. You're right, though. That could affect them to start the game a little bit, get their timing and rhythm back, and of course the Canes have to fighting for their lives. We've seen this in professional sports where sometimes the team gets that week off, the bye week, and doesn't play well. Right? Somebody wins that first game and got a little something going and come in and they upset you.
Same deal here too, by the way. Texas A&M loses to Texas, right? Momentum is shot.
Oh, everybody was picking Texas A&M.
Ohio State just lost.
Everybody except
so they got no momentum.
I got to tell you, Nick Saban.
Game. I don't want to hear from Nick Saban anymore.
Nick Saban took the Canes. You weren't watching the show?
I don't care. After the Tua stuff you told me this morning, I don't want to hear from Nick Saban anymore.
I just know Chris more than that was his guy.
Hasn't he done enough damage to this franchise?
That was his guy.
Jeez.
I think that crossed over. It did cross over into Chris time down here with
awesome
with Saban here as the thing. So anyway, we're going to have Mario Cristobal going to join us, and we're going to talk about everything with that win and looking ahead to Ohio State a little bit. As they got that first one, got some great performances across the board. And Mario has always said it starts on the line of scrimmage, and it looks like one of the top teams in the country on both sides of the football, the defensive line as well as the offensive line, and a couple of great pass rushers, and as good a right tackle as there is in the business. We'll talk to the head coach. That's coming up next.
The Dolphins will continue to play out the season this week as the Buccaneers visit Hard Rock